We'll start with that. All right, I hit the button.
We're going?
This is real.
Ooh, it's for real.
There's no turning back.
We're done screwing around.
Oh, God. Oh, my God. There's been so much screwing around. So much screwing around. It is different setting up with you versus when it's just me.
Plus, I don't know what you're talking about.
We also have 2 new kittens running around the house because we got some kittens for Christmas because we had to put our previous kitty down a couple weeks ago, which was sad. But the new kittens are just balls of fire, fuzz balls of furry fire and death and destruction and cuddling and purring. And so we're wildly distracted by the kittens. So if you hear like a crash or a thump or a, well, who knows what, that's what it is. It's not me. It's the kittens.
There will be a variety of things that you might hear.
Yeah, there's going to be a lot of sound. Anyway, Merry Christmas, everyone. This is 2 days after Christmas. We had a good Christmas. Mm-hmm. Nice to be home, but it was a good Christmas. Yeah, and it's Rihanna. Anti. We're going to do the deluxe. We kind of went back and forth on it. The reason why is because the final track off the deluxe has over 300 million streams. And so it's like, okay, that's a pretty big song. And then the other 2 are both really short. So, okay, we'll do the deluxe. And there's only 3 music videos that I could find. Are you going to be able to not pay attention to the kittens?
Oh, yes. They aren't wildly distracting in
the
least.
Not at all. Not at all. Yeah, I know. It's funny.
It'll be fine.
Something that catches my eye. So I don't know anything about Rihanna in terms of her music. Mm-hmm. I've only heard the one about the umbrella. I don't know what the hell it's about. It sounded great.
Umbrella?
It's called Umbrella. I'm not going to sing it to you because I don't even know how it goes. You want me to? No. I've done a lot of shit on this channel that is embarrassing to me, but that's like...
But you're so cute.
That's like the next level of embarrassing.
Well, we'll see if we can get
poorly singing a Rihanna song that I haven't heard in years. I don't even know the words. It's just Umbrella. Ella. I don't know. Anyway. But I say all that because on here we are setting up for track 1, consideration. Mm-hmm. It says Rihanna considers the scope of her career. She wants to be considered a serious artist, not just an entertainer. Which is nice because coming into this, I was thinking, I'm not planning on getting much in terms of like artistry or lyricism or anything. I'm just expecting nice production, nice sound, easy to digest songs, radio friendly, big hits, that kind of a thing, you know? Have you heard any Rihanna that you know of?
I have no idea. I'm sure I have at some time in the grocery store or whatever.
Right, yeah.
I'm sure I have, but I have no idea. So does she write her own stuff?
Well, here, let's click the read more. Which to read means writing and producing her own work. So there you go. We're just going to assume that, we're not going to read the rest of this, but yeah.
No.
A couple of these songs are huge. 1.3 billion streams on Work, Needed Me, Love on the Brain. So there's a good chance we've heard these before. But to my knowledge, the only one I know is Umbrella. Sounds great. I like her voice. Mm-hmm. The few times I've heard her, I do like her voice. She's got a good, strong, like rich sound in her voice.
Okay.
And that's it. And I know she's from Trinidad or something. It's just a trip because if you hear her talk, especially younger, she has a thick accent. Okay. So I remember the first time I heard her in a couple of interviews, I was like, holy shit. She sounds totally different speaking voice versus singing voice.
Okay.
Anything you can think of or you just want to drop in?
Is the cover's interesting? This is the cover for the album?
No, the cover looks like that. That's the cover. The album's called Anti.
Okay.
And it's kind of a weird cover. You know, we got a black balloon. You got some red. You got the crown slid down over the eyes, which is kind of peculiar to me. Mm-hmm. You know, the person is out of focus. It's like, I don't know. I mean, if I were to take a stab at this, I would say the pursuit of the crown is making this person blind and also making them lose themselves.
Well, I'm thinking of Blind Justice, but it's also a kid, and so you've got going back to the roots and the purity of a whatever, and
I mean, who knows?
Yeah.
Who knows? What's also interesting, too, is it's Braille. There's Braille here.
And what does the Braille say?
I don't read Braille, especially with my eyeballs. Because that's supposed to be how it works.
No, but the pattern.
Well, you know, I can only read Braille with my fingertips, not with my eyes. So if I could touch it, I could tell you what it means. But since I can't touch it, I don't know what it means.
Well, so much for that then.
All right, let's jump into track 1.
See, and she has the necklace there that's basically an upside down crown.
Maybe.
Which is mimicking the first.
Maybe. It's kind of hard to tell.
Is that supposed to be a bra or a zipper on the side?
I have no idea. I hope it's not a zipper. That would hurt. Oh, she has some tattoos. It could be a tattoo.
Oh, I like that better.
Yeah. Oh, it might be like a gun.
Yeah. Okay. I like that better.
All right. SZA, you know. SZA, you would know a couple songs. I can't think of anything off the top of my head right now because it never works that way. Whenever the camera's on and it's time for the brain to work, it just goes, nope, sorry. But there's a bunch of SZA tracks on those 2 playlists that you listen to all the time. So you know SZA. You like SZA. You like the songs that are on the playlist anyway.
Okay.
Track 1's called Consideration. First track off of Anti. First time listening to Rihanna, believe it or not. No, we don't live under a rock. Although you don't know, this house could be built under a rock, and no one would ever know. We have no idea. We've never revealed the outside of the house. Yep. One of these days we will, and it will in fact be under a rock. All right, track 1, Consideration. Let's drop in. Oh, that's already
I come fluttering in front of Valentine can never stop me. No. I know you tried to. I come riding in on a pale white horse, and in no eyes too less fortunate. I do advise you run in, running out back when you're breaking it down for me, 'cause I can hear you 2 times running.
I already like this a lot.
I got to do things my own way, darling. Will you ever let me? Will you ever respect me? No. Do things my own way, darling. You should just let me. Why you will never let me grow? When I look outside my window, I can get no peace of mind. When I look outside my window,
This is cool. I like the beat a lot.
peace of mind.
I love how deep the production is in terms of just the tone. This gets it hard for sure.
I like the scratchiness on the
Yeah.
beat because it's like it's not super visible.
That was cool. That was very cool.
Now I'm wondering if the cover for this song and for this album makes a little bit more sense.
Why?
Because they're talking about Never Neverland at the beginning.
A little bit, yeah.
Where you're a kid and you never have to grow up.
Yeah.
So I was wondering why she was, and so you get to keep your innocence and you get to just play and everything like that. So I was wondering why on the picture for this song.
That one?
Yeah. She's made herself look like a kid.
Maybe, yeah. Maybe.
But then it goes into they're not letting her grow up and things.
Well, I'm laughing a little bit because I forgot to mention beforehand, like, I don't know how much is going to come from this album, you know? And there was a couple albums recently where I was just like really, really overanalyzing shit.
Yeah, but that's what we do.
I know.
We just take something and go, oh my goodness, blah, 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 blah. And then everybody says, no actually, they were just going for a ride. It doesn't mean anything.
Yeah. Well,
and then we go, oh.
I'm also kind of laughing at you just a little bit because I've tried to like not get so crazy, and maybe
just embrace it.
No, I think I've made a little bit of progress. Just a little bit of progress.
Well, I haven't.
No. And I forget, because you have such a background with art history and stuff, that you're just gonna run wild. Just deal with it. We're just gonna If we overanalyze it, whatever. Now,
and then you can just tell me no.
I'm not gonna tell you no. That's not fun.
No, they can.
Who? Oh, the comments. Not okay, sure.
I mean, you can tell me if you want, and I can say whatever.
Yeah, good.
This is where I'm headed.
Production wise, I didn't know what to expect, but I didn't expect that. I didn't expect this like dark, deep beat. That was cool as shit.
It was playful, but it wasn't.
It wasn't.
Yeah.
Yes.
It had a little bit of what's it called when something is
sinister?
I don't know about sinister, but it was just a little bit sketchy.
Well, and it's kind of neat because you talk about Neverland and Time Can't Stop Me, but then you come riding in on a pale white horse, which is death. Mm-hmm. So that's conflicting things right there, It's just kind of neat. And then the vocals sounded fucking amazing. Mm-hmm. That sounded amazing. Mm-hmm. And then you throw in this chorus, I got to do things my own way. Okay. Will you ever respect me? No. Do things my own way. Will you ever let me grow? Or why you ain't ever let me grow? So, the idea of want to be a serious artist and all this other stuff, I mean, that's a great way to kick it off, I think. Great way to kick it off. Let me cover your shit in glitter. I could make it gold. Or you're trying to sell your soul, word on the street, you run it low. Huh. So
you're going to join me in this overanalyzing everything?
No. But, I mean, there's some lines. Basically, I'm trying to, toe the line between respecting things that she's putting in this album and trying to pick up on it and not just glossing over everything. But also not trying to, spend 10 minutes on each song deciphering puzzles that don't exist and what have you.
Well, I think so far this is too late.
Okay. Well, good start. You like that track?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Let's move on track 2.
Yeah, I'd listen to that one again.
Yeah, that one's great. Yeah. I love that one. Track 2 is called James Joint. It's only 1:12, so we're just going to let it run.
Okay. I don't know who these people are.
Shia Taylor. Yeah, I don't know. Who did is it the same producers? No. Okay. That's the same producer.
Yeah.
In the Antidote. Anyway, let's drop into James Joint. Real quick track. It's 1:12. Here we go.
I'd rather be smoking weed whenever we breathe. Every time you kiss me, don't say that you miss me. Just come get me. Don't know why, just know I want to.
Huh. Kind of an interesting track too. It's like a little interlude.
I'd rather don't care why, just know I love you.
I'm going to pause it here before it ends, and maybe it transitions in to track 3.
Oh, that's a good idea.
So we'll just let it sit right here. I don't know if there's much to say about this one, really. Rather be smoking weed. Don't say you miss me every time you kiss me.
Is this supposed to be at all about past stories and things?
I don't know. I have no idea.
Because didn't she have a history of a very bad relationship?
I have no idea. I really don't know anything about her.
Okay.
We're too busy kissing, just making scenes. Here comes the police. They know about our history. I mean, that certainly implies some stuff right there.
Yeah. I think didn't she have a boyfriend who abused her or something?
I don't know.
I thought she did.
No idea.
Well, that's no help.
I am no help.
You're supposed to have the research.
I honestly, that's one thing that's been kind of a double-edged sword for me with this and hip-hop and the channel and learning about artists is sometimes it's really nice to know about the history, and sometimes it's kind of awful, you know? And it's tough, though, because sometimes they're writing and referencing things that are specific to their lives, and it makes the music that much more powerful. And sometimes it makes it that much harder to handle, you know? Now, track 3 is called Kiss It Better. What do you think track 3 is about, if it's called Kiss It Better?
It means that the guy sucks at kissing.
Okay.
And then he needs to do that better.
I was thinking maybe, she's out, like she's playing tennis and she falls and like skins her knee and she gets a little boo-boo on her knee and she needs somebody to kiss it better.
Knee.
Well, she goes by Ree, right? Ree's knee. Somebody to kiss it better.
Yeah.
All right.
The Band-Aid didn't work.
Yeah. Well, let's. I'm gonna kind of assume that maybe this plays like a prelude into track 3.
Okay.
And we'll see. So we'll let it roll into track 3, which is Kiss It Better, and let's see if it transitions at all. Sometimes I do this and I'm wrong. There's no transition at all. I just look stupid.
Well, let's find out.
Okay, here we go. No, just totally fades out.
Well, it was good effort.
Yeah,
Good
I
effort.
tried. All right, here we go. A little bit of guitar in there. Glass John, that's another same producer.
Same guy.
Who cares when it feels like crap?
See? His apologies need to get better.
You think so?
Yep. What are you willing to do?
After fuck your pride, just take it back? Huh.
He needs to learn to be... Gosh darn it, words. He needs to learn to say I'm sorry. And actually mean it. And then not do it again. The problem is, because it feels like crack, she would like the apology. She's just like, well, but I'm just going to go back anyways.
Maybe. Yeah. I'm still trying to digest the sound. I don't know how I feel about the sound.
You've abandoned lyrics on this one? We've just gone to the sound?
Well, I'm trying to pay attention to both. The lyrics are pretty straightforward. There's not a whole lot to take apart here. There's things that she's referencing that I don't fully know and understand, but I mean, in terms of like, what she's saying outright, it's pretty straightforward. You're here to take me back.
Mm-hmm.
Why argue? Who cares? Feels like crack.
So then how do you feel with the production on this one? It's a pretty good progression from the first one so far.
Yeah, well, let's listen to it more. We've only got 90 seconds on it. But I don't really like the guitars that much. It just reminds me of the cheesy 80s movies.
This is a song that would definitely work into Top Deck.
Exactly. Yeah.
He can ride away after pissing her off. He can ride away on his motorcycle, in the sunrise. All I can think of is Tom Cruise now with his sunglasses and his sun rising and not being able to see.
Huh. Interesting album. I mean, we're 3
Yeah,
tracks.
but we're only 3 in.
Well, that's my point, though. Consideration, kind of darker, surprising production, some interesting lyrics. Then you've got James Joint, which is kind of like this little prelude, interlude thing, almost silly, not quite. And now we're over here in this space. And so this is why I was saying earlier, I feel like it's too early to say anything because I haven't found any footing at all.
Well, the next one should give us footing.
Well, the next one's got Drake.
I wasn't gonna say it.
I know. Which, I mean, that does at least kind of put me in a sound expectation. And
So what are you expecting sound-wise?
Standard Drake collab song.
Which is? Give us an example.
Every single Drake collab song ever.
Can you sing it?
No, not gonna.
I tried. Just a little bit.
No. Huh. Yeah, I'm really... It's really kind of surprising.
I think it would mean a lot more if we were super big fans.
Well, maybe if we knew about what... I mean, this came out in 2016. So if we knew more about her and her life around that time period, maybe. But even then, I mean, this is a very straightforward, like, kind of love song. Maybe, I don't want to say it's trying to be cheesy on purpose. I don't think it's trying to be cheesy at all. It just happens that kind of guitar sound reminds me of 80s love ballads and the breakup scene in the movie, and they're both bummed out, and they're sitting and the sun is setting and they're at their house alone and they're sad. That whole kind of thing. And so that sound, I mean, that's just exactly what I think of when I hear that kind of guitar.
Yeah, no, that's just our what are they called? Bias.
Yeah. Huh. Well, you want to move track 4 then?
Yes.
Okay. Let's go track 4. Track 4, it's called Work. Featuring Drake, produced by Boy Wonder. Seven Thomas is familiar. Alan Ritter is also familiar, but I don't remember from what. And this same producer's been on the whole album. I don't know how to pronounce the first name. Okay. Track 4. Work. Do you want to see? I don't know if I'm gonna put a heart next to Kiss It Better. I mean, it's fine. I don't know. I'm still just completely off balance here.
Unless those two really make the next ones, and you can't listen to the other songs without those, then no.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just
you know what I mean.
Let's drop into track 4. I'm just not settled at all. And usually by 3 tracks into an album, I'm starting to settle. All right, here we go. Track 4, Work. And this is a big one, so maybe we've heard this before.
Work, 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 work. You see me heavy work, 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 work. You see me do me dirt.
Well, wait till the chorus. We might. The chorus. Oh, this is the chorus.
I like this one better.
Drive me a dessert. No time to have you lurking. You make a like, now you don't like it. You know I dealt with you the nicest. Nobody touched me in the righteous. Nobody text me in a crisis. I believed all of your dreams are duration. You took my heart, all my keys, and my patience. You took my heart, all my
This sounds more of what I was expecting to hear from this album.
So which do you like more so far?
I like the opening track the most. I like how the chorus bleeds into the verse. Cool. It's building a little bit.
I just hope that it gets to you. I hope that you see this through. I hope that you see this true. What can I say?
Yeah, okay, you need to get done at work, come over. We just need to slow the motion. Don't get out of the way to no one. Long distance, I need you. When I see potential, I just gotta see it through. If you had a twin, I would still choose you. I don't wanna rush into it if it's too soon, but I know you need
That is
to
pretty
get
funny.
done. If you now you need to forward and give me all the work.
Okay. It's starting to click now. Now that the song's almost over, I'm finally starting to settle into it. We'll let it finish.
Put it on repeat. I wonder if that's why it has so many listens. It's because you just put this one on repeat because it would very easily
loop through. Something I like about this one, very much kind of what I expected, but I've said before on the last Drake reaction I did, I like singing Drake. I like the singing more of this style of Drake. This is the kind of Drake I enjoy. The rest of the the rapping and shit talking and he's badass and all this, I'm not. It doesn't.
We got a little bit of that in there, but not.
Well, I mean, he's gonna do that, but I mean, in terms of vocals, I like it when he's slowed down. I like it when he's a little bit more of like a harmony singing style. I like too something that's interesting about this album. It's starting to kind of be consistent. Is it seems like the production is fairly, it's both rich in sound, but also fairly minimal. Mm-hmm. It's not very busy.
It's very purposeful.
Yeah, and I was expecting more like, pop. Just not pop in terms of like high energy, but like just lots of layers of sound and being bombarded by sound and just all that kind of stuff.
But her voice is pretty clean.
It is. I like that they're giving her voice as much space as they do.
Yeah.
That one gets a heart. That's kind of what I've been expecting this whole time. So these previous two tracks really kind of throw me off a bit. And the first one threw me off too, but in a good way. I really liked the first one. What do you think about this one?
I like this one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And again, lyrically,
I like that it's smooth, and initially I thought that the repetition with the words, I was like, oh, I'm gonna get tired of this. But it almost turns into not really a wave, but kind of it's going. Well,
it's more of like a the way they sing it accentuates the idea of having to work all the time. I've got to work. It's like Warcraft, work.
Yeah, but it keeps going, and they play around with the words. Yeah. Enough, and I like how she changes the pronunciation of the words.
Yeah, she kind of blurs the language a little bit. Yeah.
And even kind of not slurs them, but mutes the differentiation between each word as the song progresses. And so even though it's repetitive, there's still a decent amount of interest. And that's kind of fun how she's played with that.
Yeah, vocally she sounds fantastic. No surprises there. Huh.
Okay.
If you had a trend, I would still choose you.
I know. I like that one.
That's good.
Well, now I'm excited to hear the next one. At first, I was thinking, But now I got interested again. I was feeling kind of badly.
Well, it was just kind of a weird energy overall.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, shit, is this just not going to work? I don't know. But, yeah. Okay. Well, track 5 is called Desperado.
Okay.
Produced by Mike Schultz. So I'm assuming this guy is just consistent throughout the whole album. He's been 5 for 5. Here we go. Track 5, Desperado. Different sound again. Maybe her artistic intention is really pushed through
Desperado.
The different type of beats that are being made.
Sitting in a old Monte Carlo.
This is cool.
Man inside is hollow. Take it easy. I'm not trying to go against it. Actually, I'm going with you. Gotta get up out of here and you will leave me behind. I know you won't, cause we share common interest. You need me, there ain't no leaving me behind. Never know, no. Just one out of here, yeah. Once I'm gone, ain't no going back. If you want, we could be the runaways, running from inside of love.
I like this one.
Yeah.
I like this one. Up on the chorus. Yeah, this is fucking cool. I like this one. I like this one. This little hang, this little pause.
I'm so gonna overanalyze this one.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Just run away, running from.
Yeah. That one's great.
Yeah.
That's my favorite thus far. All right. Have a blast.
Okay.
Okay, here we go. Here we go, kids. Strap in.
So
I want to see you put me to shame in terms of going down rabbit holes. You're all excited.
oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So I like that this ties back in with the Neverland sort of thing at the beginning.
How
with
so?
wanting to run away, wanting to be a lone wolf, wanting to scroll down. Wanting to be they're not going back and all this other stuff, but not wanting to be alone. So that's what the Lost Boys were all running away from their homes and their responsibilities. Not that she's running away from responsibilities, but wanting to run away, but they wanted to band together.
Huh.
And that's what this one all is words. Wanting to run away, but saying we'll be lone wolves together. We don't want to be alone.
Huh. So you think there's
Wanting to escape, but have someone to escape with.
Yeah.
Like on the same, like two trains, like on tracks that are next to each other, not with each other, but next to each other.
Yeah. I don't.
There we go.
I can see your reference to Peter Pan. I don't remember hardly any of the plot to Peter Pan. You're just reminding me as you say it, basically. But I mean, I think this is more just standalone, just the idea of Desperado. And I wonder how it plays in with her. You know,
I don't know enough about. I don't know anything about her.
It is. I think so far 5 tracks in now, kind of getting a little bit of a feel for her writing style, and that it seems like all these songs have been pretty open in how they're written. You know, anybody can listen to this song and feel a certain way and connect with this song. Same thing with Consideration, Work, 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 Kiss It Better, etc.
There was a little bit coming in with, I think, James Point.
Well, all I'm trying to say though is, I think she's writing in 2 layers. There's a surface layer that we can hear as the audience and enjoy and apply to our lives and what's going on around us, and so we'll connect with it that way, which is good. That's artistic. You have to write a certain way for people to be able to connect to it. But it also seems like she's also writing in this sub-level below that surface.
So if
for
you
her.
know her, right, if you
For
know
her.
her, then you'll understand
Yeah.
another.
I mean,
yeah.
This song, I don't know, it's just fucking cool, but and maybe because I like it so much, I'm trying to add more meaning to it. But I feel like this song, even though lyrically there's, you know, it's pretty straightforward, probably means a lot to her. Mm-hmm. She probably feels a lot of what's going into this.
Yeah, because this isn't a common theme in music.
Not really. Yeah, you don't hear a lot of Desperado stuff.
No, and especially the concept of like 2 together, because that's
Yeah.
what she's saying. Will be lone wolves together.
Yeah, running from any sight of love. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. There's
And
nothing
so-
here for me anymore, but I don't want to be alone.
And it's not.
We've both had our hearts broke. I'm not trying to go against you. I can be a lone wolf with you. Yeah.
So it's not. Doesn't completely sound like a rebound.
No, it's no rebound. It's just 2 people being alone together
Yeah.
rather than being together.
Yeah, and that's interesting because I haven't heard that before.
Yeah, you don't really hear that much. No.
But I really like this song.
That was fucking great.
Yeah.
That's my favorite so far.
Yeah.
That one and then Consideration are my favorite, and then Work would be my top 3 so far. At 5 tracks in anyway. Okay. All right. Well, now I feel like I'm finally starting to settle.
Ooh, is she gonna be a woo girl?
Woo girl. I forgot about Woo girl. Oh, yeah. We'll see. Maybe.
Oh, this one might be rough. Okay.
Just wait. Let's see. Travis Scott's production. Okay, he's in there. Cool. Okay.
He can encourage the woo-ness.
Yeah, Hit Boy, G Coop, Anthony. Most of these people I don't recognize except for Travis Scott and the guy who's been consistent throughout. All right, let's drop in track 6. Woo.
Oh, that one guy's from The Weeknd?
Who?
Oh, wait a second. We've got background stuff.
Oh, Abel. Yeah. Well, who knows? I honestly.
We're not gonna read it. it's rumors and stuff. Okay, forget it.
Whatever.
We're not going to deal with it.
Whatever.
Oh,
Jackson.
it throws me off to look at that picture. I just keep thinking, oh, I need glasses.
Yeah, the way it's like, double layered.
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. Woo. Weird.
There's no woo-ness yet.
No.
Oh, and Travis Scott is singing the woo.
He does good woos.
Yeah, he does.
I don't think you've heard a lot of Travis Scott. You've heard some, but not a lot.
The most I know of Travis Scott is from Fortnite.
Jesus. And the internet's on fire.
I bet she could never make you cry. 'Cause the scars on your heart are still mine. Tell me that she couldn't get this sting. She can almost be the worst of me.
She can almost be the worst of me. That's a killer line.
Let me know when you're ready to bloom. Maybe you just need to sit with me.
Interesting production again, man. Lots of distortion on the vocal.
Yeah, it makes her sound evil. Which goes with what she was saying.
These days you been feeling like, I've been feeling lonely too. I'ma fuck it out once you show me some. Run it back like you owe me some.
Huh.
This reminds me of The Weeknd. Is that the one we listened to?
Yeah, we did Weekend. I mean, maybe I can. There's some elements to it, sure. Yeah. But this tempo, this beat is so.
Yeah, it's like a horror movie. So she's got some things that she does to make the relationship a little bit less positive.
Oh sure. Oh sure. Yeah.
Okay, well that will complicate matters.
Yeah. It usually causes volatility.
Yeah, I can see how if this is how someone's acting, there's going to be some unhealthy relationships going on.
This album, man, is throwing me off so much. Like, and it's partly, this is partly my fault because I was coming into it with just the only song I know of Rihanna, which is Umbrella, which came out, I think, I don't know how long or before this. And, you know, the first track, the idea of, okay, you know, reading that little note about the song and how she's, you know, trying to prove herself as an artist. And so my brain is still stuck in this, oh, I'm expecting radio-friendly pop song kind of a thing. And not like poppy, but in that lane. And we've had nothing like that at all, except for maybe Work with Drake. You know, that was a track I expected to hear on this album.
But this is a sort of thing that when girls want to show that, oh, they've grown up and this is who I am now, they either get into way over sexualized or they get into stuff that makes you uncomfortable.
I don't know. All I'm saying is the sound. Well, I'm not necessarily uncomfortable.
I'm uncomfortable with this one.
I'm just not. I feel like I don't. This album keeps throwing curveballs at me.
Yeah, this one makes me want to lock my doors.
I'm expecting to hear this, and I hear this, and then I go, oh, we're over here, and then it goes over here. Oh, we're over here. No, we're back up. It's just all over the place, and that's not necessarily bad. But I feel like people are probably watching me going, Bob, how the fuck are you not into this? Because this is the first time I'm hearing it, and I don't even want to say that it's jarring, because it's not jarring, but it is surprising. And I feel...
But it makes sense to me. If she's going to show herself artistically, then she's going to probably want to show a whole range, and look how versatile I am. Look at the whole range of things that I can do, and where all I can go. I'm not just one note, which she has not been whatsoever. She's really been versatile in how she's used her voice.
Well, it's also called anti.
Yeah.
So
anti everything else she's done.
Well, I don't know about that, but maybe just anti what you're expecting.
Yeah.
And
and if that's the case, then that's totally worth it.
It's nailing that part. Yeah. Because every song has been something I've not expected at all.
I think one of the problems that I'm having is that I don't know the other stuff. And so it's probably anti everything else that she's done, but I don't know the rest of the stuff. Yeah, right. And so I don't know what we're anti-ing against. All I have are guesses and assumptions, and those don't work.
Well, and that's why I'm trying to just let it be what it is. And so really I'm just trying to follow what the album's doing, but because the album is zigzagging and...
Well, this might be one of the ones where sometimes you'll take the tracks and you'll rework them to go in a different flow, and I wonder if this album would be one of those ones for you.
I think this is just one you got to get used to. That's all there is to it. The first listen, though, has been...
Well, we're
6 through.
We've got a bunch to go.
Yeah. No, and first listen, I want to, again, just specify that I don't feel like the songs are bad. They're just surprising me. Mm-hmm. And each song has been so different from the other songs that I keep being caught off guard, essentially. I kind of like this one, honestly. I kind of like Woo.
These have been fun, and then I think, okay, this is specific for whatever situation or whatever. So there are certain times when these songs are really gonna hit.
Well, I like all the distortion on her vocals. It's like
that's your thing.
Like this digital knife edge type of thing. And then too, it kind of goes into, send. All you need to do is send for me, which basically you just text and hit send. Mm-hmm. And so there's this digital element to it. I don't know, man. Too bad she's just eating off your dreams. She can almost be the worst of me. I like
that line.
Oh, that's a good one right there.
I like that line.
Let me know when you're ready to bleed. I bet she could never make you cry. I mean, this is a cool song.
See, this is why... Yeah.
This is a cool song. It's very jagged.
Mm-hmm. This one makes me uncomfortable. Yeah. In a good way.
These days you've been feeling lonely. I've been feeling lonely too. I'm going to fuck it up. Won't you show me some? Run it back. You owe me some. Not the woo that you were expecting. That's for sure.
No. And that's just fine. I'm totally fine with it not being the woo that I was expecting.
And then I don't mean to really care about you no more.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
See, that's why it was reminding me of that one album with The Weeknd.
Oh, yeah. Oh, okay, that makes more sense. I now understand. I mean, I could kind of hear...
What was the name of that album?
The one we did was Thursday. That was the one we listened to together. Yeah. You didn't do the third one with me, right? I did that one by myself. Echoes of Silence? Yeah.
I think you did it by yourself.
Yeah. Okay, well, let's move on to track 7, which is another big one. It's called Needed Me. Produced by that guy... Getting Twice as Nice and Mustard. Some of these producer names are great. Big hit. 1.3 billion streams. Track 7, Needed Me. Oh, is it going to do the thing? So Spotify's got this neat trick where if I pause it right at the end of one song, right before the next one starts, it won't play it. So now I have to start 6, start 7. Again, different.
I was good on my own, that's the way it was. That's the way it
This is
was.
cool. See this? Yeah. This is something I was more expecting from this.
What the fuck you complaining for? Feeling jaded up. You used to trip off that shit I was kicking to you. Had some fun on the run, though I give it to you. But baby, don't get it twisted. You was just another nigga on the hit list. Tryna fix your inner issues with a bad bitch. Didn't tell you that I was a savage. Fuck your white horse and a carriage. But you never could imagine. Never thought you could have it. You need.
Oh, I like that, like what is it, like reverb? I don't know what the hell it's called.
No, that's just her singing.
No, the production.
Oh. I can't remember.
Now you hate to confess, but baby, who you need me?
Yeah, I like this one too. I haven't heard this before. This is new to me. I haven't heard this one.
Fuck your white horse and
Fuck your white horse and your carriage. I love that a lot. Yeah, I love that, like, however you, whatever you call that, like fade in type thing. I wish I had headphones on for this one. This one would just be womp, 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 womp. All right, that was definitely in the lane that I was expecting. But what's neat is if that would have been like the opening track or whatever, right? I would have been like, oh, it's so dark.
Really?
Well, if that was the opening track.
I don't.
After hearing these other songs, now I feel
No, this one's fluffy.
No, but it feels like more of a blend of some of the pop that I expected and what she's been doing in this album so far.
Yeah, I feel like this one's fluffy. I mean, it's
fluffy.
Yeah, it's fluffy. It's easy to listen to.
Super.
And,
I mean, 3 minutes,
she's saying
quick
something
ride.
and it's entertaining. Especially the part about the white horse in the carriage.
Yeah.
But it's fluffy. It's more poppy and stuff like that. I mean, I like it. It's fun. I would put a heart.
Let's get a heart.
Yes, it's a heart. Good. But I appreciate that much. I appreciate this one that much more after what we've been listening to, especially Woo. That was not Woo.
I like Woo.
This is like a little safety blanket.
We're on a...
Okay, it's fine. And then now I don't really trust the next one as much, but it's okay.
We're on a 4-heart run right now. The fuck you complaining for? Feeling jaded, huh? Used to trip off that shit I was kicking to you. Had some fun on the run, I'll give it to you. Don't get it twisted. You were just another person on the hit list trying to fix your inner issues with a bad bitch. Didn't they tell you I was savage? I like that. Fuck your white horse and your carriage. Bet you could never imagine. Never told you you could have it. Huh. You needed me. I like that. I didn't need you. You needed me.
I'm just churning through them.
I told you. Didn't they tell you I was savage? That is a good track. I like this. I like this one a lot.
Yeah. The only thing she didn't say was, you can't fix me.
Well, she's not necessarily even needing to be fixed.
No, I'm saying she's not needing to. I'm not saying that she's wanting to. I'm saying that's the only thing she stopped short of saying. Because that's what it sounds like these guys are wanting to do.
Well, I don't know about that. But she's savage. You needed me. I don't need you. You need me. And there's nothing, I mean, honestly, I don't think there's anything savage about that. It's just a statement of where she is in the relationship. Like, I don't need you. You came to me. Mm-hmm. I didn't come to you. That's it. Anyway. All right. Well, the next one's called Yeah, I Said It. Yeah, I said it. Daniel Jones, Fade, Maha, Timbaland, who I know of, but I don't really know anything about his music. I haven't got to any of his stuff as far as I can recall. Okay, track 8. Yeah, I Said It.
Yeah.
Another totally different beat.
Yeah. I ain't trying to think about
It's
it.
in the same vein.
Yeah. I'm starting to settle into the sound a little bit now.
Up against the wall, we don't need a title. Yeah, I said it. Yeah, I
You're
said
going
it.
to get uncomfortable.
Yeah, I said it. Man, fuck the
I was
title.
expecting to get uncomfortable on Kiss It
Boy,
Better
I
track.
always like to show.
Like the sound on this one, the production.
Yeah, I said it.
I'm not going to talk about the lyrics all that much.
Why not?
Yeah, I said it. Yeah, I said it. Yeah, I said it.
I'll talk about the lyrics on this one.
Okay.
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 Boy, but you won't.
Huh. This one's cool too, man. I like this one. The production has...
I've enjoyed the production.
It's really impressing the shit out of me.
I like that he's getting into more of a deep bass beat because
It's just fucking neat. It's just neat, man.
But we've been asked to be more descriptive, so use some more description besides saying
Who?
neat. I've seen that in comments. They've said say something besides it's nice.
Have they? Oh. When?
I don't know, in the comments.
Well, I think this song's nice. No, I really enjoy how every song has had like the appropriate amount of music. I really was expecting more. Kind of like wall of sound, get hit with this sound, and lots of vocals and layering the vocals and just rich sound, you know?
But that sounds like a little bit more of that album that we listened to with Beyonce. But her voice is...
Oh, Lemonade? Lemonade had... Yeah, there's probably a little
was-
bit more activity on the production side on Lemonade.
Rihanna's voice is different. It's a little bit more delicate. It's not as booming.
Yeah, that's true.
And I'm trying to say this. I really like both voices, so I'm trying to say like positive things about both, but their voices are very different. And so I feel like the production with both of them, in order to complement it, needs to be a little bit different.
And that's what it's been. It's been very complimentary.
Yeah.
Just good balance. She's not taking over the track. The production isn't taking over the track. It's just this good balance between the two. They both are giving each other space in a way.
Yeah, there's no argument.
Right. And it's neat because there's enough room for her voice to exist, but she also lets the production float a little bit on its own. And it's just been really cool so far. And I'm just still, even though I am finally halfway into the album, settling into the sound, the style, still surprised by it. Still impressed by it. Kitty. What are you doing, Kitty?
Kitty's going to kill the couch.
You crawling sideways instead of on your feet? Huh.
Okay, I need to get something. I'll be right back.
Let's talk about the lyrics. Oh, you can't leave. I'm going to talk about the lyrics.
Fine, talk about the
No,
lyrics.
you gotta be here.
You talk about the lyrics. That's all you. Yeah.
Huh.
Oops. Oh, no.
Oh, that's all right. That's okay. Huh.
Tell me what you like about the lyrics.
Why did you pick up your weird Dutch accents from the card game just now? So over Christmas, her brother got there's a card game called Munchkin, and it's been around forever, but there's like a new pirate expansion, and one of the cards you have to, you are required, it's in the rules, you have to use the accent of the country from the card or whatever, and so they're using all these ridiculous accents during Christmas playing this silly card game with each other.
I have a super quality Dutch accent.
Yeah, you do.
Someone told me it sounded Swedish.
It just sounds
I think it just
ridiculous.
sounds ludicrous.
Here, let's show off a kitty. This is one of the new kittens right here.
This is Hippo.
This is Hippo. Hi, Hippo.
Do you want me to get this guy?
No, that's okay.
He looks comfortable.
Yeah. Hi, Hippo. No. So the story with Hippo, the name, is because you, for the first time ever this year, heard the song "I Want a Hippopotamus for Christmas," and you loved it, and it became one of your favorites. Huh. And so you wanted a hippopotamus for Christmas because our kitty passed away recently. And so we got two kittens, and this is the hippopotamus that she got for Christmas. Huh. Yeah. Yeah. Do you want down now, Hippo? High quality video content. Hippo, what do you think of Rihanna so far? Have you been impressed with the production? No answer? You want to finish it first before you have an opinion? Wise kitty. That's a wise kitty. Yeah. Wise kitty. Okay. Let's move on to track 9. So this is the longest track off the album. It's called Same Old Mistakes. I'm expecting a theme to continue here. This kind of has been lyrically a theme, very much relationship struggles and some pain and some separation
and the guy's side of it and her side of it.
Yeah. So let's move on.
That's something that I've appreciated is that she hasn't said, "Oh my goodness, I'm the angel and I don't do anything wrong and I'm just the victim all the time."
Yeah, not a lot of victim on this one.
It's been interesting to hear more aggressive lyrics when it comes to that. It's been entertaining.
Oh, this is a cover. Well, I have not heard the original. So, there you go.
I have no idea.
Yeah.
I don't.
Yeah. All right, well, anyway, let's jump into track 9, Same Old Mistakes. Again, totally different sound. This whole album is just
Which is
so
nice,
much variety.
because we start getting cranky.
Sometimes.
The songs all sound the same.
Got some keyboard.
More 80s.
A little bit. Not as 80s though. The kittens are going crazy.
The kittens like the song.
All the signs I don't read. Huh. Interesting chorus, man.
I know that you think it's fake. Maybe fix what I like. Point is I have the right. I'm thinking in black and white. Thinking it's worth the fight. Feel like a brand new person.
Interesting chorus, man.
I like how on the choruses, that's when she's talking about two sides, and all of a sudden there's all this stuff going on, and it's difficult for me to differentiate.
Well, listen though, she's singing the positive and speaking the mental inside.
Oh, is that what's going on?
Yeah. Yeah. You know, feel like a brand new person. That line is being sung, and then what she's thinking. The part in parentheses, is, but you're making the same old mistakes. I don't care. I'm in love. So it's an emotional versus rational thought.
Oh, okay.
Emotion, rational thought, feeling of rational thought.
It's a complete mess. I mean, it sounds beautiful. It works together so nicely, but it's a complete. I mean, it's not even tug of war. It's just all this stuff going through.
You know, I feel like a brand new person. Same mistake. I don't care. I'm in love. Stop before it's too late. Feel like a brand new person. I finally know what it's like. But then there's all of this doubt, all of this thought inside of the rational layer, and I still don't know why it's happening. That's a really, really interesting line right there. I know you don't think it's right. I know that you think it's fake. Maybe fake's what I like. Point is I have the right, not thinking in black and white. I'm thinking it's worth the fight. Huh. All right, let's back it up. Let's back it up a little bit, and we'll kind of go through the bridge from the beginning here. Interesting beat change here too.
this is the internal.
No, I don't know. Realization is as good as it gets.
Scroll down.
No, you're gonna read ahead and cheat.
No,
Yes,
we have
you
to
are.
go down.
We're right here. You're trying to cheat. Yeah, caught her. So listen to how she sings this part. Oh, maybe she won't. Now we're further into the song. It's got that distortion again.
Feel like a brand new
Huh. You're right here where this part, it sounds great, but it is kind of a mess. It's like a chaos of thoughts and feelings and trying to sort things out and overthinking and overfeeling and just everything.
It would be better if I weren't trying to figure out what she was saying.
But I think that's also the point. Sometimes you get so caught up in something you don't even know what you're thinking, you know?
What does it mean, do you think, when she says, stop thinking you're the only option? Is she talking about herself as the only option?
I don't know.
Or is she talking about that side of thinking is the only option?
I don't know. That's a good question.
I think it's... I'm guessing now that I've said it out loud. I think she's talking about that way of thinking is the only option. Stop thinking that the way of thinking is the only option. That there's other ways.
Like there should be a comma here. Stop thinking you're the only option.
No. Stop thinking that way of thinking is the only option. Stop feeling as if that way of thinking is the only option. As in, yeah.
I don't really get it.
You don't get it?
No.
How can I explain that better?
I don't know. Don't worry. There are people doing this right now. Bob, you're so dumb. Blah, 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 blah.
Because she has a certain way of approaching a relationship, she's been saying, where she goes down this path. She starts thinking this and then does this and then it's a disaster. So my guess is that she's saying in the parentheses, there's other ways of approaching a relationship. Stop thinking that that's the only way of doing it. Stop thinking that you're stuck in this rut, that you have to only do it that way. There's other options of how to treat a relationship, how to approach a relationship. There's other ways of thinking.
I can understand that, but I don't get that from this line. I don't
know what else it would be.
Yeah, I don't know either. Stop thinking you're the only option.
Because the only other thing I can think of is stop thinking that you're the only option is to say stop being self-centered. But I don't think she's really been self-centered. In the one where she was talking about, being all mean to the guys and, she can't be as mean to me or whatever the line was.
Well, let's read the bridge.
She wasn't being self-centered. She was being like a kitty playing with a dead mouse.
Let's read through the bridge. And I know that it's hard to digest, but maybe your story ain't so different from the rest. And I know it seems wrong to accept, but you've got your demons and she's got her regrets. And I know it's hard to digest. Oh, it's the same thing. You see, this is what is interesting to me. And she's got her regrets.
Yeah, because she was talking earlier about there being two girls, and she can never be in the last song. One of the other ones. She can never be as mean as me. So there's a guy going back from one girl to another one, and so that's how I'm seeing it.
I don't know though. I don't feel like...
Because the other girl, has her regrets of being with him.
Yeah, I don't know if the songs are linked, though. Like, Needed Me.
That's okay. I'm going to link them.
I don't think that they're linked. I mean, I don't get that impression that they're linked.
I'm linking them.
So it's just surprising that she said this portion, she's got her, you've got your demons, she's got her regrets. And then stop thinking you're the only option. I don't know.
Well, the only other...
Honestly, at this, I don't care. It doesn't really matter. It's just...
Unless she's gay.
I can't solve it. It doesn't... And, you know, for me, it doesn't necessarily need to be solved. Nothing's coming to mind, so there you go. You know, I don't know. The rest of the song, though, I really like how she's done this, singing the emotion, but then the rational thought process or the concern or the worry or whatever you want to call it is more of a spoken word, so it doesn't have the emotional swell associated with it in the vocal performance. I think that's really,
it's
really
quieter,
well done.
it's in the background, and it's easy to ignore.
Yeah. And it is kind of overpowered by the singing, which is another neat mechanic. I said neat. I know.
I tried.
And I saw you look at the camera.
I tried, you guys.
I can just hear them now. How could you let us down? But they don't know what I found or see it from this way around. Feel it overtake all that I used to hate. One by one, every trait I tried, but it's way too late. All the signs I don't read. Two sides of me can't agree. Maybe that's what it is. It's the two sides of her. So it's not so much in the bridge. It's not two different people. It's the two sides of her. One side's got her demons. The other side has her regrets.
That would make sense. The one who's saying the parentheses is saying is...
Stop thinking you're the only option.
Right.
It's not... There's two sides of her. So it's not the one side that's the only option.
Right.
That's probably
you
what's going on.
You got the demons in the first line, and then the second line has the regrets. That makes sense.
Maybe. Yeah.
Let's go for that.
Yeah. Yeah.
I could go for that.
Yeah, that's good enough.
Yeah.
We'll call it solved.
Okay. Solved.
Done. Track 10's called Never Ending. This is a neat ride, man. Like, I feel badly for how I was reacting in the beginning, even though I shouldn't, because it was just, that's what...
It's a reaction
right.
video.
Well, the reason why I feel badly is because this is a huge album, and loads of people talk about how great it is, and it won all the polls, and all this other stuff, right? And so I feel like people are going to watch this going, how the fuck is he not into this? Like, what is he not getting? And I felt the same way, honestly. I felt like, what am I not getting? But as we've worked through 9 songs now, I feel like I'm starting to like kind of...
You're starting to get the rhythm.
Yeah. Well, not so much the rhythm, but kind of like I was saying earlier with the lyrics, how she writes on 2 levels. I think on the first little bit, I was kind of just on the first level. Mm-hmm. Now I feel like I'm starting to get into stride of some of the deeper layer that exists in this album. And I think this is one of those albums is as you listen to it more and more, you're like, oh yeah, you really soak into it. Mm-hmm. Anyway, track 10 is called Never Ending, produced by Chad Sabo and Mr. Harrell. Oh, kitty, can you kind of nudge VooDoo? Well, I guess we'll just let
I'll get him.
No, it's okay. He's okay. All right, here we go. Track 10, Never Ending.
He's going away.
Yeah. They're just poking around. Again, completely different sound style from the production, man. Never Ending.
Lost in the mirror. I knew your face once, but now it's unclear. And I can't feel my body now. I separate from here and now.
I like the guitar sound. Sounds great.
A drug and a dream. A lost connection. Oh, come.
I feel like this is a great example of the production and vocals being balanced, paired with each other. I wonder if this verse, Ghost in the Mirror, I know your face, but now I once knew your face once, but now I wonder if it's about her. If it's her looking at herself.
Yeah. I knew your face once, but now is unclear. It's pulling me apart this time. Everything is never ending.
This is a cool song. I like this one quite a bit.
Apparently, I was totally into it.
Yeah.
I'd just gotten swept in. In reality, it left for a little while.
And then the doorbell rang and you jumped.
So apparently, I like this song.
This is a good song. Kind of a neat wind out too. Mm-hmm. Here, you look at lyrics a bit. I'll go see what the hell's going on at the front door.
Okay. There aren't too many lyrics on this one.
No, it's pretty straightforward.
Okay, guys. So I have taken control, which is a little bit questionable. I really like this one. I could listen to this one on repeat because it's nice and easy. And it's the kind of thing that would just let me relax, which is great. And it's nice and light. And I'm afraid that's about it. That's all I've got on that one, which isn't very much. It's just a nice, easy, smooth, and clean.
You didn't say neat. You're supposed to say neat.
No, I'm trying not to say neat. I'm trying to be descriptive and say why and not just thumbs up.
I like that. Thumbs up. No, this is cool, man. I really like this one quite a bit.
That one's really pretty.
I was gonna say Same Old Mistakes was my favorite thus far. What's neat is after this bumpy start, right? It's kind of a bumpy start. I'm glad you kind of felt it too. I felt it. I don't know. It just felt bumpy. But 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 hearts in a row. We're on a tear. Rihanna.
A tear?
A tear. We're tearing. We're on a tear. Like the cats go tearing through the house.
Oh.
Hearts are
We're
tearing.
not it's not
Hearts
on a
are
roll?
tearing through this. No, I don't want to stay on a roll. I don't want to. I like
Does
going on.
anybody besides you say on a tear?
I like going on a tear.
Is that a thing?
It is now. I've said that for ever.
I've never heard you say on a tear.
I've been saying it for minutes now. For minutes. Ghost in the mirror, knew your face, but now it's unclear. I can't feel my body now. I separate from here and now. I mean, very disconnected. You know, a drug and a dream, a lost connection.
Yeah, she's not feeling like herself.
It's pulling me apart. Everything is never ending. Slipped into a parallel. They'll never understand. Huh. Yeah, it's neat, man. Very cool. Oh, I said it. I didn't even mean to. That was purely accidental. Which
It's okay. When you left and told me to talk about lyrics, I panicked.
Oh, okay, good.
And then I didn't say anything.
You did it. Was it too much trauma after the doorbell rang?
Totally. I jumped. Oh, my goodness.
Oh,
That was
man.
You're gonna be okay, Mom.
It'll be okay. We're going to make it through. Okay. Well, let's move on to track 11, which is called Love on the Brain. Produced by Fred Ball and Harrell here.
This is supposed to be a thing this year. From a
Love?
fashion standpoint, wearing socks like that.
Oh.
I have not got behind it yet.
What?
Give me another 12
How
months.
is she wearing the socks?
Visible. Wearing socks with nice shoes with like heels and things like that.
Uh-huh.
That's supposed to be a thing according to the Wall Street Journal.
I always wear socks when I wear heels.
I know, but you're pretty.
All right, track 11, Love on the Brain. This is another big one too, so maybe we've heard this. We haven't heard any of the other ones. 90s, 1950s, 2000s. Okay.
Oh, then that's why there's the socks.
Oh, for the reference to
The doo-wop.
the.
And
Yeah.
you got me like, what you want from me?
This is cool too, man.
Try to buy your pretty heart, but the price too high. Baby, you got me like, just stop loving me. Oh, and babe, I'm fist fighting with fire just to get close
Neat.
to you.
I like that production. Oh, God, I do say neat all the time. Well, whatever. I like how the the production here is progressing through.
Is it interesting how much you say neat?
Not really, no. It's not. It's not at all.
I love you.
It beats me black and blue, but it fucks me so good, and I can't get enough.
Wasn't it Chris Brown? Was she dating Chris Brown? I have vague memories now. Long time ago, some big story. Somebody beat the shit out of her.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking of, but I don't remember who it was.
Somebody beat the shit out of her. Yeah, and it beats me black and blue, but it fucks me so good, and I can't get enough. That shit's just sad, man.
If we're remembering it right.
Well, I don't know who, but I'm pretty sure it was Rihanna. It was a while ago. Mm-hmm. I mean, it's nice to know that now she's married, she has kids. I think, as far as I know.
Does she?
Yeah, as far as I know, it's a happy marriage. So
okay,
hopefully
Let's
that's
hope.
the case. I know, man. That's just so sad. But then, it's sad that it happens, obviously. But then even more so that she's aware of this weird dynamic of this is not a healthy relationship. The person's literally beating me, but I can't. Why can't I leave? Why can't I get enough? That's strange.
Well, but that's the first step to getting out of it, which it sounds like hopefully she did.
Maybe. I don't know. I mean, I'm sure there's tons of psychology that surrounds all of that, Therapists could probably talk all day and all night about that dynamic.
Yeah.
About domestic abuse and
I just don't know enough about her to even start guessing. Like, there's certain things that I'll start guessing on, like what's his name? Never Land. That sort of stuff. I'll start guessing on this. But stuff like this that's a little bit more sensitive, well, completely sensitive. I don't like guessing about this sort of thing.
Well, but I mean, really, we don't need to, because what she's suffering from is not anything that's, specific to her. This happens to a lot of people for whatever reason. All right, let's keep going. This is a neat song. Oh.
I like...
Now I'm going to hear it every time I say it, which maybe this will be the catalyst to get me to change and start saying something different. Probably not, but we'll see.
I like how she's referencing the old style, that's what it is, the doo-wop style. But I like that she's given it just a little bit of a modern twist every now and then with how her voice will just change and just start going a little bit sideways and fancy things up a little bit and not be so stereotypical of a swing going back and forth.
Right. I think on this one, her vocals sound probably the best so far. I like how she sounds on this one quite a bit. Here,
Never Ending, I think, has been my favorite, but I think I'm partial to the production on that one. I think that's why.
Well, let's keep going. We'll see.
Baby, keep loving me.
I really like how she sounds on this one.
Just
All
love
breathy.
me.
Well, she's doing everything.
Love me, yeah. Got me like, ow. I'm tired of being played like a violin. What do I gotta do to get in your motherfucking heart? Baby, like woo. It beats me black and blue, but it fucks me so good, and I can't get enough. Must be love on a brain.
This is great.
Keeps
This is
cursing my name. No matter what I do, I'm no good without you, and I can't get enough. Must be love on the brain.
Yeah, I like that one a lot. I love her on that, both vocally and how she's breaking down in these lyrics. What
She
she's
does
doing.
a lot of different things in that. Vocally.
Yeah, that was fantastic. And it's also like just sad too, man. Not like, well, I was gonna say not like heartbreaking, but I mean, I don't know, man.
Well, it is when she goes through all of that and then says it must be love.
Yeah.
Like, in order to justify it or feel,
Well, that's what I was saying earlier. I'm just sure tons of psychology that goes into something like this. Somebody identifying this kind of relationship as love. But even in this, she's in the pre-chorus, or don't stop loving me, just start loving me. Mm-hmm. So even she's able to identify that this isn't real love or proper love, or however you want to phrase that.
So having love on her brain doesn't mean that she has love, or it just means it can mean that she wants it. Yeah. Normally when you say I have love on my brain, it means that you're in love, which it sounds like she wants to be. But I like the duality of showing that you can also just, having it on your brain can mean that you just want it.
Well, there's also this, no matter what I do, I'm no good without you. I'm sure that's a huge portion of the dynamic.
Well, being afraid to leave what you have because people don't like change.
I wouldn't consider this a thing about change. I think a self-worth, self-positivity issue type thing, of I'm no good without you. Mm-hmm. So then this person, and I don't want to be specific about Rihanna, but just in general, this concept, the idea of I'm better off being in an abusive relationship than being alone. Mm-hmm. That's a whole thing to unpack right there. That's tons and tons of stuff to unpack, because I would completely disagree. But, there you go.
And then to simplify it so that you don't overthink all of that and say it must be love on the brain.
Yeah. Huh. Impressive. Very impressive thus far. This has been fantastic. Mm-hmm. Track 12 is called Higher, produced by No ID and Harrell here. Did you say Cook?
I have
no idea. Anyway.
I had liked earlier when you said Mr.
Yeah, Mr. Harrell. Well, I don't like saying Harrell because there's a very prominent producer named Pharrell.
Right.
Yeah, anyway. All right, track 12, Higher. 2-minute track. Oh, this is almost like kind of an extension of Love on the Brain. Not quite, but it feels like a tail end.
This whiskey got me feeling pretty, so pardon if I'm impolite.
I like that. I'm impolite because I'm pretty.
Just really need your ass with me.
Well, feeling
Sorry
pretty.
about the other night, and I know I could be more creative. I hope I ain't calling you too late. You light my fire. Let's stay up late and smoke a J. I wanna go back to the old way, but I'm drunk and still with a full ashtray, with a little bit too much to say.
Huh. That's one of those songs where I like it, but I don't want to like it. I wonder, this was 2016. This is almost 8 years old. In a couple weeks, it's going to be 8 years old. In a month. I wonder how she feels about this album. I wonder how she
That would be interesting.
feels about these songs. And
Even if she doesn't like them now, I wonder if she found them helpful at least.
Oh, I hope so. But I wonder if this is the kind of thing where it being a previous chapter in her life, because she's in a very different place now, if she can even go back to this. There's some, for example,
right.
Trent Reznor wrote Hurt in a very dark, dark place, and he's talked about it, but he's played that song consistently for the last 30 years now. Crazy. I know. That was 94.
Oh my goodness.
And, it seems like whenever he talks about these songs and these albums and these projects, he knows where he was then, and he can identify himself where he is now, and all these other different things. But what he was going through, it's just I don't know. I mean, he was hooked on heroin, all this other shit, right? But God, this man. I mean, you're talking about abuse, emotional abuse, physical abuse, probably verbal abuse. I mean, that's a lot. And this album has been incredible to me in that I feel like she told me everything about her life without saying a word about her life. Mm-hmm. She's put it on these two layers where it's I can read these lyrics and understand the concepts and and I know nothing about her, but I'm going through it with her at the same time. It's pretty incredible. Because usually I get a little complaining, nitpicky about somewhat straightforward lyrics. Mm-hmm. But there's something to be said about delivery and killing it on the delivery. Production's doing a great job of just being right there with her and just this perfect like tango between the two. And this song's kind of a great example of that. But this one's so like... It's so raw and how straightforward it is.
I like that last line.
With a little bit too much to say.
And when she said sing that, I thought it is kind of a wordy song. I thought, well, I don't know if I would have noticed it if she hadn't have put that line in there. But there are a bunch of little tiny words. I take this in a totally different way. Because if you're in a relationship where you're getting abused, I have to imagine. Oh, I hadn't thought about it. One of the reasons why you get abused is because you're a little too mouthy, and I got to straighten you up now, and blah blah blah. And so I suspect, and hopefully I'm wrong, but I wonder what that kind of idea means in a mind of someone like her in that kind of situation. I didn't even think about it from that standpoint. I just figured I'm used to people having some whiskey and get pretty chatty.
Yeah, but think back to Woo, where she can't even come close to the worst of me or something like that. So, I mean, she was, owning up to her own side of certain things, which, look, that doesn't make it okay. No. But she at least acknowledges she probably gets pretty fucking mouthy. And so if she's drunk and getting mouthy, and it's almost like a piece of the puzzle that is the cycle, just this cycle.
And maybe she's putting too much guilt on herself. Maybe she doesn't. She's just been told that she does.
Yeah, and again, that's why I was saying earlier, the whole psychological portion of this, like, it's just a fucking rabbit hole. Huge rabbit hole. Yeah, this one's tough because I like it, but I don't want to.
Right. Well, this whole album is probably going to go that direction.
This whole album has just slowly unfolded into this thing where I was like, holy shit. Because and I like the unfolding idea too, because initially it was like, oh, what? I don't, because that's how I felt. Thinking, I kind of don't get it. I don't understand it.
Like a little origami crane, and you go, oh, that's cute. And then you unfold it, and you go, oh, shit, look at all this.
Yeah,
like, this is holding this, and this is holding this together. And this, like, how did you even fold it this direction? And,
it really has turned into an experience in its own way. Okay, track 13. So this would be the final song off the original album.
Okay.
So this is essentially the closer for the original album, and then there's 3 more tracks for the deluxe. It's called Close to You. That guy and Brian Kennedy.
I don't see that this is going to end on a high note.
We're about to find out. Here we go. Oh, God.
Nothing but a tear that's all for breakfast.
Jesus.
Watching you pretend you're unaffected. You're pulling our connections, expecting me to let you go. But I won't. No, you don't need my protection. But I'm in love, can't blame me for checking. Like so close, if they hurt you, you wouldn't find. working hard to perfect it. Now your fear is reckless and it's out of your control. I love your direction, hoping that the message goes.
That's killer. I know she's already said it once.
Yeah.
Close to you. Close to you.
It's very pretty. It was very sad, too.
I haven't heard it said like that before.
Love in your direction, hoping the message gets through.
Yeah.
The kittens are going crazy again. Huh. Huh. You know,
I can definitely see that as a finale.
yeah, for sure. It's an incredible album.
There's no resolution in it.
Well, no, but I mean, it's an incredible album, man. It's almost like for all the wrong reasons, you know? But shit, I mean, that's life sometimes.
Yeah, only American movies have happy endings.
Well, yeah, right. Huh. So these next two, do we want to do the whole deluxe? I guess they're both short. Who cares, right? And then the final one off the deluxe is 3.5. I mean, we've only got, 6 minutes worth of music left, so we won't expect too much. Do we want to say anything for the end of the proper album? I mean, not necessarily closing thoughts, but I mean,
Well, you kind of already did.
you know, you saying there's no resolution is actually kind of perfect because it does feel like an empty conclusion.
Mm-hmm. It's like a resignation.
Yeah.
This is how it is. It's not even a trying.
Yeah. A resignation.
Mm-hmm.
I'm resigned to this. This is what my life is.
Like lost, not enthusiasm, but lost the energy.
Well, just lost.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and not lost as in, can't find your way, but just have lost the battle.
Yeah. I would feel more lost, like emotionally. Like, what do I do? Where do I... Because even earlier, she's talking about... what was it? Total brain fart now. Which one? I don't. Love on the Brain, maybe it was. What was the longer one? Same old mistakes. Trying to go back and forth and not trusting her own feelings, but getting swept up in the feelings and still just can't, figure out what the hell to do. And I mean, that one kind of captured like the swirl of it. But then you get to this, and then it's like you've got no direction, nowhere to go. Especially if you feel like I'm worse off without you type of a thing. I'm in this terrible situation, but if I leave, I'm worse off. So you just, where do I go? What do I do? Huh.
Well, maybe we'll get some positive resolution with the
last three tracks?
Right.
Yeah, okay.
Were the last 3 tracks written at the same time, or were they added afterwards?
So this note says 2015. It was for a Christian Dior. That's a
Dior.
Yeah, that's a
clothing.
Oh, okay. So it was for an ad.
So this is at the same time.
Yeah. This wasn't part of the album. These are just additional songs. Do we even want to listen to this? No.
Yeah, I'm curious.
Well, there's nothing. Okay, all right. Well, here's track
14.
What was that? Oh, there's a kitty back there. Track 14. Goodnight
so
Gotham.
helpful.
Here we go. I'm not expecting a lot from this. Do you really have to listen to this? Does anything happen?
Skip, I don't know, skip up a little bit and see if something happens.
I feel like we should be watching the commercial and really enjoy it more.
That's what I was thinking. Thinking this would be better with pretty shoes walking by and clothing, which is probably why they used it.
I like that somebody...
Do you want to analyze the lyrics?
No. But I'm going to stop right there. I do like that somebody went through and listened to this and kept track of how many times these lines were said and went through and like, okay, I got to put it, 147,000 times.
But they altered it periodically.
Oh, yeah, because it says only if for a night. And then it stumbles into the night for a night. Oh, for a night.
Are they explaining these lyrics too?
I hope not. I don't care. Let's move on. The other one...
The kitty just fell off the box. Which is good because he was playing with wires and he's not supposed to.
This one's got Travis Scott. This is Pose. Braggadocio track detailing Rihanna's love for money and opposing indignant
What's a
people.
braggadocio?
Braggadocious? Or braggadocio? I don't know. It's like very bragging. All right, here's Pose. Let's check out Pose.
I ain't never fucked with your hoe, bitch. Quiet down. Shit.
This is why I don't like doing deluxe sometimes. But then they tell us, oh, there's a big hit, you gotta listen to these songs. But like, these two songs after hearing Close to You, after this whole run, like this is just, I don't even want to listen to this. And the problem is there's nothing specifically.
Well, don't pause it. Keep it running.
No, I don't want to fucking listen to it anymore. We'll check out the final one. That one's got a bunch of listens, so that's like a hit. But like the song itself, if it existed on an island, okay, whatever. I probably wouldn't complain about it at all. But to hear it after that album,
it doesn't go.
No,
at all.
Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, it doesn't.
I don't want to hear any of this.
It doesn't help anything. It doesn't go. No.
Yeah. So, all right. Well, let's just move on to the one that I was talking about. Let's do this. So this is called "Sex with Me." Here we go. Let's read this summary. Rihanna makes it clear that having sex with her is something unique. In fact, it's luxurious and, according to her, so amazing. Oh my goodness. People write this down.
Well, they're probably laughing like that while they do it.
I
They're
hope
probably
so.
like,
I hope so.
blah, blah, blah.
The fucking fedoras sliding down. Oh, gotta slide that back up as I'm talking. Like, I don't know. But it's got 335 million streams, which is, tons of listens and like more than relatively the rest of the album. There's, a couple big hits, but, these are over 100 million. So I have to imagine some sort of like single that was released or something. Anyway, whatever. Okay, let's check out the final track off the deluxe, "Sex with Me." The lyrics are so silly already.
Sex with me so amazing. All this all work, no vacation. Stay up off my
That's not very
Instagram, your
encouraging.
temptation.
I do like "Stay Off My Instagram." It's pure temptation.
Like a station. Sex with me so amazing. Sex with me so amazing. Vodka and water.
This is not encouraging me at all.
And a
No?
few other things
You don't want to tell Rihanna to prove it?
mention. Five fingers on it. 5 fingers. Hit it like you want it. I mean, hit it like I'm on it. Straight shots to the blue dot. Shot. Baby, I'm a bigger poison. Ooh, oh yeah. You gon' need it.
honestly, this is kind of what I expected from the album. Walking in having no idea what the album was going to be. Just this. This is what I
The
was
more
expecting.
superficial.
Yeah. This.
It's almost, after listening to the whole album, this sounds like she's faking, like she's being shallow on purpose. And maybe that's just me.
No, I think there's something to be said there. Because, especially with Anti and what that album is and what she's doing there, there's more to it. And I think it's a neat album because, damn it, now every time I say the word neat, I'm going to picture you just staring at me with that smile, so proud of yourself, as I say the word 47 times.
We should count.
Oh, God, like a little ding, have like a counter on the
we
screen
can
or
have a
something.
counter. Can we do that?
No.
When we're editing?
No.
When you're editing?
Yeah, exactly. No.
Can you just go?
I'm not going to add more work.
I should have been counting on my fingers, and then I could be like,
And then get the kittens out. We'll count on the kittens' paws.
42.
Anyway, yeah, there is something to be said between something that is artistic and has deeper meaning to either the song itself or the artist who's written it, and something that's just made for the masses specifically, and just something that is intentionally designed to be popular, to be a hit, to distract, to go on the radio. That's it, And it is fun to actually hear this one after the album because this is what I expected. And on the surface, like if you casually listened, you might really not notice the difference between, some of the other songs and this one. But there is a difference.
Yeah, this one could slip into the rest of them, in the beginning to the middle, without much problem.
Maybe, yeah, like after the Work song with Drake, like between Work and Desperado, it could be right there.
Yeah, right around there, not later at all.
Or between Kiss It Better and Work or something. It could be in there.
It could be in there.
Yeah, I agree with that. All right, let's finish this one.
You know I got the sauce. You know I'm saucy, and it's always wet. A bitch never ever had to use lip gloss on it. I'ma need you deeper than 6, not a coffin. And I'm making love, trying to get nasty.
That's a good one.
Drugs come make me happy. Sex with me is amazing for her to feel alright. The sex doesn't get any better, make it long, let it be all night. I know, I make it hard to let go.
But what surprises me is this one has a bunch of listens. And I think there's a lot of songs that are much better than this off the album. That's kind of how it always is, though. The radio, I don't know if this was on the radio or not, but I still remember, like, high school.
Does anyone listen to the radio?
I guess. I don't know. I guess so. I don't know why, but yeah, there you go. I can't stand the idea of somebody else being in charge of what I listen to. Like, no, I'll choose what I listen to. But I remember being in high school when Soundgarden, the second album, came out, and they were playing. You remember Spoon Man? Spoon Man, come together with your hands. Say.
Oh yeah.
And they played it. The song was like, it's fine. I was like, I remember loving that album, Super Unknown. I was like, there's so many other songs off this album that are way better than Spoon Man. Why are you playing Spoon Man? It drove me nuts. And there's been so many other instances, but anyway, like Desperado. I'd love to hear that over Sex With Me. I mean, that song's fine.
Well, and most people do. It does have more listens.
It does yeah, you're right. It does have more listens. Yeah, that's true. I guess bad example.
That's okay. It was a neat example.
Well, I called it 2 hours, and we haven't even done the music videos. Do you want to do the music videos? Do you want to watch the music videos with me or not?
I need a break first.
There's 3. Okay, you want to take a quick break? Mm-hmm. How long of a break?
Enough to eat something. I'm hungry.
Oh, like an actual pause it and stuff break? We can do that. We can pause it because that'll actually work fine for editing because I clip off.
Do I need to clap?
No. So anybody knows the clapping thing. For anybody who has no idea what the hell she's talking about, when you edit, if you clap, you go clap, clap, on the audio track, it puts these spikes.
Now they know.
I know. I had to explain
now they
clapping.
know what clapping
I don't know why. It puts these audio spikes on the audio version, so it's a good visual marker when you're going through your video to edit. A lot of people will clap so they know, oh, clip to here and clip to here. It's just a little editing tool. Anyway, also just for those of you who missed the first example, clap.
That was a neat example.
I know. It's educational, these videos. They're all very educational. And they're neat.
That's what I said.
All right, well then let's do closing thoughts.
Okay.
And then we'll cut it. And then anybody who's watching on YouTube, if you want to see video reactions, that's Patreon only. Anyway. That kind of...
That was rough to listen to.
Well, it was a rough start. Like I was expecting something totally different. So that threw me off. And then as I tried to shift out of my own expectations into what the album was, the album kind of kept moving around. So that threw me off.
Kind of like the Kitties.
It took me a while to settle in. Mm-hmm. And coming into it, I knew it was such a huge album. So I was just expecting to be over here, and it was all over the place. But now having ran through it, I go, yeah, that was fucking great. It really was great.
Yeah.
It was great kind of in a rough way, like emotionally. Like if you think about where the person was when this was written, what they were going through, like, man, that's rough.
Yeah. Yeah,
Rough.
I look forward to listening to this again without listening to the lyrics.
Yeah, zoomed out.
Yeah, zoomed out. Because
yeah.
if I listen and I really think about the lyrics, that'll be rough.
Yeah.
That'll be difficult. And then I'll have to listen to something super happy and peppy and just lots of sugar. And
I'm curious to listen to the beginning portion again, just because now I know what to expect, and I can be settled and just let it be what it is.
I enjoyed in her lyrics how she said things a little bit differently than what I'm used to. It was easy to understand what she was saying, but I like that she put in very succinctly how she thinks about things, like sending I love you. I don't remember exactly how
loving
she said
in
it.
your direction.
Loving in your direction.
Yeah.
I liked how I appreciated how she was able to share a thought in a short amount of space.
Yeah.
So much so that you get it immediately, and as much as you can, you're there with her.
Well, I think it was delivered well too. Like the writing was a piece of three portions that made the whole. Like the writing was there, and then how she delivered it vocally was there, and then the production was there. Mm-hmm. So she didn't really have to put it all into the writing. It was all three portions were done, and so it all carried the message through.
It was thought through at each level,
Yeah.
and she made each one. They weren't harmonizing, but they worked together in harmony to go in the same direction and carry out the same thought, concept, emotion, feeling. And so you're able to link all of them together, and you weren't distracted by one or the other. You didn't have one that really outshone the other one. They just made everything better.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It was well done.
Yeah.
Well done. Good songwriting.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you could see. Well, I don't know either one of them, but it sounded like they worked well together because there was no competition.
Yeah. Okay. Well, if you're watching on YouTube, this is the end. If you're on Patreon, we're gonna take a quick break, but you won't know because I'm gonna go clap. And then all of a sudden, poof, we're watching music videos.
Ready?
Pure fucking magic. Yeah, ready, go.